intro. Okay, so before we get to teaching these, let's go over a little bit of history. The classic palm, the earliest reference that I can find on the classic palm is in a book by Professor Hoffman that was written in 1876, or published in 1876, called Modern Magic, which is a great go-to book for learning magic. I tell you what, great stuff there, great stuff. And the Ramsay Subtlety it's attributed to John Ramsay, but that is probably not where it originated from. For example, C.H. Short attributes it to Henry Herman, and he says that he learned it in 1877, which is the year that Ramsay was born. So, while it's attributed to Ramsay, he never claimed it, and other people passed it off to Herman. All right, let's get into the learning. All right, what are we still doing here? Let's go, come on, let's go, learn. Alright, this tutorial I'm going to be using, I've got right here a Canadian silver $50. I like using this one the most for doing like classic palms or a lot of my coin technique. I don't limit myself, I even use washers because we'll get into that in another video, why I like to use washers. But, so let's get into it. Let's get into the learning. Alright, so classic palm. Here's how we get into the position. So we've got the coin held by, you can either do your thumb and your forefinger or throw your middle finger in there too. I like to do the middle finger, especially with bigger coins. Just because, I mean, it kind of makes sense to hold with two fingers. It looks really good. This, it does that. So holding it with the two fingers definitely keeps it a little more stable in the hand. Alright, so to get into classic palm position, you're going to take the coin and you're going to put it onto your middle and your ring finger, right there on the tips. Just right there on the tips. Once you've got it onto that position, you just push it right up into your palm. It'll put it right about right there. The thumb is going to be doing most of the holding. The thumb pad here is going to be squishing up against the coin, kind of overlap. You see how it kind of overlaps just a little bit, and it's pushing it right into this section of the hand. So that way it just holds. A little piece of advice I'd like to offer is your thumb. What your thumb is doing while you're holding it. A lot of people, you'll see, they've got their thumb like angled out all like weird like that, and it does hold the coin a little bit better, but it looks weird. I like to just the letter C. Just letter C. It looks a little more natural, and it feels pretty comfortable. It's a little bit more work to get it to stay in play in the C, but it's worth it in the long run. Little tiny subtlety to just make this seem a little bit more invisible. Alright, that's the classic palm. Really easy. Like I said earlier, Start with the thumb and the forefinger. Turn and drop it on the middle and ring. Push up into the palm. Thumb closes slightly to hold it in place. And there it is. There it is. You can't see it. Oh, and what's up with... Who does this? What magician puts their hand on the table like this? That's kind of... That's what they teach in modern coin magic, J Bobo. They say that you can put your hand on the table like that. I don't know of anybody who puts their hands on the table like that. Ramsay Subtlety. The Ramsay Subtlety. How we get into the Ramsay Subtlety is... there's a whole lot of different ways. Basically what you're going to do, you're going to get the coin into a finger clip. When you're in the finger clip, you can of course hold it so that it's facing you and no one sees it. But the Ramsay Subtlety allows you to lift up your hand and you can hold, and what it does is it shows the palm. It shows the palm as being empty. And you could, while facing the spectators, hold on a minute, just 1 minute, and they see your palm. And you could even turn your hand, and if your thumb is in the right spot, it will hide the coin. The way I know that I've got my angle right is the tips of these three fingers will generally be pretty flat to each other, and if you keep those parallel to the ground, then your spectators will not see it. Okay, so that was the classic palm and the Ramsay Subtlety. Here in a few days, I'm going to go ahead and upload a little tiny routine that you can use those together and start to build a bigger coin routine off of those. And until then, do all those things that people tell you to do. You know, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, share it with your friends, tell your mom about it. Hell, tell your dad about it. Till then, I'll see y'all later. Outro? No, I'm kidding. No outro. Bye.